everyone, my name is Odilia Keisha, and in this video, I'll walk you through the statistical analysis for my research using Smart PLS. The title of my research today is The Influence of Hedonic Value and Digital Quality Value on Hope with Commitment as a Mediating Variables. So in this video itself, I will cover three main parts. The first one is the research model and hypothesis. The second one is the step-by-step Smart PLS analysis along with the interpretations. And the third one is the conclusions and the insights. So the research model here will involve four main variables. The first one is hedonic value as the independent variables 1, and digital quality value as the independent variable 2, and then commitment as the mediating variables, as well as hope as the dependent variables. The hypotheses here are H1 is hedonic value has a significant effect on hope, H2 stands for hedonic value has a significant effect on commitment, H3 stands for digital quality value has a significant effect on hope, H4 stands for digital quality value has a significant effect on commitment, H5 stands for commitment has a significant effect on hope, H6 stands for commitment mediates the relationship between hedonic value and hope, and H7 stands for commitment mediates the relationship between digital quality value and hope. So here I started by organizing my row survey responses in Excel, in which each row is one respondent, and here I have 125 respondents. Next, each column here is one indicator of a construct. For example, HV1 to HV3 for hedonic value, and then DQV1 to DQV4 for digital quality value, and then CO1 to CO3 for commitment, and HO1 to HO3 for hope. Then I try to sum it up into a simpler table. Once it has done, I saved the file as CSV format, and then I imported it into Smart PLS. So in Smart PLS over here, I created a new project and I will name it ALP Stats. Then I imported my Excel dataset that I have downloaded previously and making sure that all the data is correct already. Then I need to click on Create Model, then choose PLS SEM and name it the same with the previous one, which is ALP Stats. And then now, as I have already got the drawing pad, I dragged each construct HV, DQV, CO, and HO onto the canvas. Now I assign each indicator to its respective construct, and I connected the arrows based on the hypothesis. So HV and DQV to CO, and then CO to HO, and HV and DQV to HO directly. Now, I wanted to evaluate the reliability and validity of each construct. First, I need to click on the calculate and then PLS SEM algorithm and just keep it with the default settings. And then click outer loading. So all indicator loadings here are above 0.7. So all of them confirms that the indicators is reliable. Now to check on the internal consistency reliability here, I have to click on the construct reliability and validity. Now from the table here, the Cronbach alpha and for the CompStat reliability is also above 0.7. So all constructs pass as well. And for the row A, all of the row A also between the Cronbach alpha and the CompStat reliability. So this confirms that all of them is internally consistency. Then moving on to the next one, for the convergent validity, we need to look for the AVE. So basically all of the AVEs here are acceptable because all of them are above 0.5. Now to check on the discriminant validity, I choose to use HTMT since it is the most recommended because it is easy for us to detect when there is a data that is not meeting the criteria. So basically all of the HTMT values are below 0.835, which is showing a good discriminant validity. Now for the collinearity assessment, we use collinearity statistics or VIF to detect any multicollinearity. For the outer model here, all of the VIFs range from 1.65 to 3.59. So it means there's no multicollinearity risk for the outer model. While for the inner model here, all values is also ranging for less than 2. It means also no multicollinearity between the constructs. Now to evaluate the inner model, let's click on the R-square first. So here for the R-square values, the commitment has 0.288 and the hope has 0.404. So this means that HV and DQV explain 28.8% of the variance in CO or commitment. And then HV, DQV, and CO explain for 43.4% of the variance in HO or hope. So basically it shows a moderate explanatory power between all of them. And then now for the F-square values, while for commitment, DQV has no effect on CO with 0.016 and HV has a medium effect on CO with 0.237. And for hope itself, CO has a large effect on HO with 0.466 and DQV has no effect on HO with 0.005 and HV has no effect on HO with 0.003. So basically it happens because the value started from 0.02 and above will be considered as small, and then the value from 0.15 and above will be considered as medium, and for the value from 0.35 and above will be considered as large. Now let's moving on to the next one. For the chi-square here, we need to use blindfolding and then click construct cross validated redundancy. By looking at the most right table over here, CO has 0.213 and then HO has 0.277. So basically both values are greater than 0, meaning that the model has a predictive relevance. And now to know whether all of them, the dark effects has a significant effect or no, or maybe the mediators is mediating or no, I ran a bootstrapping with 5,000 samples to test the significance of path coefficients. So 2 variable is considered has a significant effect if the p-value is less than 0.05. So basically it can be seen here. CO to HO is considered as significant, DQV to CO considered as not significant, DQV to HO is considered as not significant, and then HV to CO is considered significant, HV to HO is considered not significant. And for the indirect effect, CO is mediating the effect of HV to HO, while CO is not mediating DQV to HO because it is not significant. So to sum up all of the explanation above, here is the conclusions. Hedonic value does not affect hope. Hedonic value has a positive significant effect on commitment, and then digital value does not affect hope. Digital quality value does not affect commitment, and then commitment has a positive effect on hope. And then commitment mediates the relationship between hedonic value and hope. So basically there is a mediation over there. And lastly, commitment does not mediate the relationship between digital quality value and hope. So there is still no mediation over here because digital quality value does not affect commitment. So this step-by-step smart PLS process has already helped validate the model and provided a strong empirical support for my hypothesis. So thank you for watching my presentations. I hope my presentation was clear and helpful. And see you in the next video.